is strong enough to stay in its root system and not topple over after a storm like Sandy blew through this area. You just can't. Well, the storm certainly did cause a lot of damage along the Jersey Shore as well. People who often frequent that area are not going to recognize what is left behind. CBS 2's Chris Wragge is in Mobile 2, and he got a closer look at the damage in the Spring Lake and Belmar area.
All right, guys, thank you. We're outside the Mobile 2 unit right now. We've been showing you a lot of what's been going on the coastline along Ocean Avenue and some of the beachfront property. We wanted to come a couple blocks in and see exactly what was happening here. We're standing on the doorstep at 22 Monroe and South Avenue. The one thing we haven't talked a whole lot about is flooding. And if you remember, we broadcast the other day that at Lake Como, what they were doing was pumping water out of the lake into the ocean to prevent any major flooding. Well, as you can see behind me, that did not work. This is Lake Como, which is now fully inundated, South Avenue and Monroe. And if you look, okay, we were just on the doorstep of 22 Monroe. This is where the water came to last night during high tide. Now, luckily, there's been about a 7-foot receding of the water here. But come over this way, and I want you to take a look down in this general direction. You can see a Ford Explorer, which is at a total loss right now. And this whole area, look how expansive this is. You know what? Hold on one second. Come over, Eddie, come over here to my right. Gentlemen, I see this is probably the best way of traversing these roadways right now. Flood like this all the time? When there's a big storm? Never seen anything like this before? Never. So this is the first time it's ever been this bad? Yeah. How are your homes? So this is the best way of getting around is to take out the canoe, the kayak, huh? Yep. All right. Stay safe, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Hey, how far does the water go? How far down? It goes past 3rd Ave. Past 20 yards. About 20 yards. Great. So, Eddie, if you can kind of point the camera down here and kind of get a low angle here, like these guys were saying, it goes down at least past 3rd Avenue, which so you're looking at probably another 200 yards south. And if you now look north, I know it might be a tougher angle to see, past the street sign, past the SUV. We're talking all the way into Belmar. Massive devastation, massive flooding here. And if you look in the distance, I think I see another boat up ahead from Belmar Marina. That's how everyone's getting around, and that's why we can't be driving Mobile 2 right now, because these roads are impassable. Whether it's debris from the boardwalk or there's massive flooding here, these are some of the problems that the residents of Spring Lake and Belmar are dealing with in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy. I'm Chris Wragge, outside the Mobile 2 unit. Let's go back to you.
Boy, where does that water go after all this time?
Right now, it's got nowhere to go.